Oh, yeah. So like the other day, my son called snow isolated water.
Oh,
Yeah, right.
oh, that's mm,
Amazing. Like,
he's already ready to be a dad.
yeah, it's like genius level.
That's good punning.
Yeah. He was telling Freya not to be freaking out so much. It's just isolated water.
Hey, what's up, Bez? How you doing, man?
Hello.
It is lighting up when I do the talking and the stuff, and you should be able to hear him as well. He is making the thing go. Corinne, say something?
Something.
Oh, it's not. Hang on.
Oh.
Hmm. Properties. Yep, default instead of. Try again.
Something.
Nice. Yes, he is just lighting because he was talking. It was recognizing that he was talking. However, in OBS, it had swapped to the default source.
Hmm.
It is worse, but we're not turning it back now because now I can hear him.
Yeah.
You made your bed, now lie in it.
Which means that he missed the isolated water thing.
I know.
The other day, my son called snow isolated water.
Because it's icy.
Yeah.
Hey, Nearly, what's up? It is Thursday.
Hello.
We, we,
It
we
is.
are doing our best to function.
It's tears sort of day kinda.
It literally is. It's good enough for Thor, it's good enough for Tyr.
Yeah. What's he gonna do? Smite me?
There's no way he could.
Uh-oh. He got him. One
Dead now.
person doesn't start dehydrated water joke. I don't know, man.
He's getting there already.
Mm-hmm. All right, we gotta
Oh,
do
I
the
didn't see
thing.
a request, but I just saw a canceled request to join.
Oh, is that how it goes?
Yeah,
Okay.
let's try that one more time. I
He,
think I think you were added to the knock list, so you should just be able to do it that way.
suggested collabs,
Yeah, see?
and it has.
Not me.
Oh my god. Okay, I see now. So yeah, you're the first one here, the previous collaborator.
Oh,
And
fantastic.
I have 4 recommended collaborators because they're playing the Callisto Protocol. And boy, do I fucking have words.
Oh, God.
I have
There we
so
go.
many fucking words, man. Like,
Something went wrong. Please try again. Motherfucker. Why you not do the thing? Hmm?
hmm?
Accept.
Hmm?
There we go.
Hmm?
Now it worked.
Hmm?
Now it worked.
There we go.
Cool.
Bam. I was not dead space, bro. I have fucking words, man. Like, I kind of want to hold off for a little bit.
I mean, we are going to be ranting about it. So.
Yeah. We were gonna do some sort of news today. Um,
There is both too much and too little happening news-wise.
Uh, it's and we're not really paying attention. Let's be
Yeah,
let's
true.
be honest.
I'm vaguely aware that there was the Xbox Developers Direct today, and there were a couple of interesting things that were announced, but I didn't pay close enough attention to it to actually discuss it tonight.
I
I
mean,
still have to break things down and see what the fuck was announced.
yeah. So we might talk about like that next week, like kind of briefly touch on the stuff that we found
Next time.
interesting. But
Yeah.
for this time, so I saw like a rumored price for the Switch 2 put at 450,
Yeah, I mean,
which is kind of a
It's
little on the
both.
high end. Is
It's a
what I was
little on the high
expecting.
end, but at the same time, I also get it because
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
it's especially given the backward compatibility with the majority of Switch One games. It feels like if you're not coming from having a Switch already, it is a like brain dead. Yes, this is worth it. If you already have a Switch, it's like, especially considering the fact that they didn't bother dropping, as far as I'm aware, an OLED screen in it.
They did not.
Yeah.
Which
So that's like, if it had been OLED at that price, I would have said okay, but this feels like, do you really need it? And
actually,
I was right about the mouse thing, which is kind of cool.
I don't like that at all.
I get it because they do have, I think, like a built-in browser now. You have words too. They
Uh,
let you say things to other
yeah.
people. Boom, boom.
Do I need a Steam Deck? Absolutely.
If you get one, just remember, do not get the absolute cheapest one. Get one grade up that doesn't have the NAND memory.
Why is my stream still say I'm doing Callisto Protocol? I am absolutely fucking not. I told it to do podcasts and
I mean, you're doing podcasts, but technically speaking, you are still living in Callisto Protocol right now. You are in a post Callisto Protocol world for yourself.
well, I have changed it. I have changed it off of there. So
It lives in you now.
oh, yeah. So the report suggests the Switch 2 would have an LCD screen rather than OLED, which I'm
Hmm.
pretty sure isn't there an OLED Switch?
There is. That's what they introduced instead of the Switch 2.
I mean, not that you really need an OLED for like a handheld, but like
No, but given the fact they already were
had
doing
an
OLED
OLED.
for it, yes, it feels like a step backwards.
I don't know if it would
Because
be
that's
next
like
year,
one
but
less
yeah.
reason for people to update. Because if you're going from the nice OLED screen to just an LCD screen, it's like, okay, I do I need this?
Yeah.
I think the only thing at this point that might actually get me to get a Switch 2 is if they introduce a new, uh, like updated Wii Fit stuff with like, not Wii Fit, Ring Fit Adventure or whatever, with like a new ring system and everything. That's about the only thing, because that it would need Switch 2 hardware, but everything else, I can live without.
Yeah, I think I'll probably end up waiting. And typically when I end up waiting, it's not until a game pops up on the Xbox Game Pass that I play
True.
it. Switch 2 on the Xbox Game Pass win.
I mean, in vain with that though. I mean, I didn't pay attention, but as far as I'm aware, they were going to announce some previously Xbox exclusive things coming to PlayStation soon. I
uh
think
yeah. I think they had talked about Gears of War at one point.
Gears and Halo were two of them that I know were
Um
mentioned.
yeah.
Which, if that actually happens, it would be interesting because maybe finally some PlayStation ports to PC.
No, that's not going to happen.
It would be
At
nice.
this point, it kind of feels like the Xbox strategy is to sell Game Pass subscriptions and um, putting their software on everybody else's shit. I mean, we'll see,
It would
but
be
like
nice.
they kind of
I
seem
know
like they're
you're.
going the way of Sega.
Yeah.
Software development. Yeah, they just added Ninja Gaiden 2 Black to Game Pass.
Oh shit.
There you go.
Nito Bandito.
I thought so. Yeah, we're not a
Oh.
monopoly. We're gonna give the games to the Switch and the PlayStation. I mean, they're pretty much, it's
Yes
not a
and no. It's
it's a
a weird place
triopoly.
for them. Yeah.
I was trying to think of the word, it's like there's a duopoly, but there's not really a triopoly. Not yet, anyway.
I mean, basically, they're all just happy to maintain the status quo.
Quadopoly is just going to be a cyberpunk and a different name, just.
Can't wait till Sony gets the Arasaka makeover.
No, the only reason the company Arasaka doesn't exist is so that they could miss their fated date with Johnny Silverhand. Arasaka is being formed as we speak. And there's nothing anybody here can do about it.
That's right. Just like we can't do anything about Skynet.
Did you see that? Like, I guess the creator of Matrix and Terminator have said that like Terminator is a prequel to the Matrix.
I mean, I could see it, but
Oh.
that
No.
just feels.
No. That I just googled it. It's not. That claim has been made by not.
It's a fan theory. Okay, I see.
I don't know. Someone brought it to my attention earlier. And it was like, yeah, I guess I could see that, but
Yeah, like I could see the lines that they were trying to cook up, but it's the two are they do feel at odds with each other.
tough. What is going on out there?
Little man don't sound happy.
Oh, who cares? He's probably upset about something that he has no right to be upset about.
Yeah.
That's
Kids
children.
do be being kids.
Yeah. It's like a child thing. Yeah. So, all right, yeah. What the heck? Do I need to
Need a minute.
I don't know. It's impressive that their voices carry so well through a door into this directional microphone.
Yeah. I mean, that's some lungs there. Hey, Chris, how you doing, man?
Hey there.
You got to get one of those like padded moving quilts to hang over the back of the door.
Yeah. I'm being sassed in Discord private messages.
Oh, are you now?
What the fuck?
He's got a lot of energy.
Yeah, he's got weight. They had day off of school again today. Tomorrow they're off school again.
Oh, he's gonna be so wound up.
Yeah, he needs to have lots of outside time tomorrow, I think.
Yes. You need to run him out like the dog.
Mm-hmm. Huh? No. Yeah. The random person that DM'd me.
Hey, sup, lad?
Is precisely. Hey, Vlad, what's going on? No, it's legitimately good advice. I was just being
a little shit about it.
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those things like, I know, Mom, and then like you don't end up doing it because like,
I know someone told you, so you can't do it now.
yeah. Read in this economy? You read Wind and Truth? I haven't like read anything.
Yeah, I've mostly just been reading old sci-fi lately.
I think we talked about it last time. I was reading or listening to The Dark Tower. We've moved on to book 2 of that series. But Spotify wants $13 for 10 hours of listening time. So I'm sitting here patiently waiting until February to get my free hours again.
Hell yeah.
Amazon has a monthly subscription service to a ton of books, individually priced from $1 to $10.
I mean, fun fact, Amazon did originally start off as basically textbook sellers.
Out of his parents' garage and a $250,000 loan. What? Anyway, all right. I think I'm ready.
8 to 10 years. You ain't wrong. Oh, God.
Oh.
Shit do be wild. Anyway, Callisto Protocol.
Yeah. So I'm just eating some cheesecake that's got also some red velvet cake in it.
Oh, you motherfucker.
It's not as the cheesecake is fine. The red velvet cake is not moist at all, so it like kind of hurts the overall experience.
I mean, at the same time, cheesecake is well, I mean, is it like a really, really dense cheesecake or is it a super creamy one? Because if it's a creamy cheesecake, I could see that, like, that might balance out the drier red velvet.
It's kind of creamy.
There you go.
But like it separates really easily.
Eat better.
If I was going to eat better, I wouldn't be eating a red velvet cheesecake.
Let me rephrase that. Eat with more skill.
All right, so Callisto Protocol. So if you're not familiar with the game, little backstory. Back in 2008, a man named Glenn Schofield helped create and directed a game called Dead Space. Released in October of that year, was a fan-fucking-tastic experience.
It really was incredible, and I would say nothing quite like it at the time.
No, absolutely not. Everyone's familiar, or should be anyway. You have to dismember the enemies in order to kill them or defeat them completely. The horror atmosphere was amazing.
Yeah, it was a lot of constant tension.
A lot of constant tension. Like, even just, like, basic shit, right? Like, you're in a room and it's just, like, the whole experience is unnerving.
Oh, yeah, especially because if I'm remembering right, that was one of the first games where they kind of had the AI set up to, like, reroute on the fly to emerge from closer ducts and things.
Yes.
Which was fucking wild at the time. Like, really, it was... Previously, it was a lot more basic AI stuff, and this just felt... I'm trying to remember. I think they described it as basically like an action governor who, like, running in the background to make sure that there was always something happening. Kept the
Yeah.
pressure up, kept the tension up.
Yeah, so it wasn't by any means a perfect system, but it was certainly...
It was steps in the right direction.
Yeah. Yeah. Hang on. C9 up one map. I didn't even realize that, like, Valorant was happening right now. Yeah, right there, C9. Yeah, I'm just gonna put that up in the top screen over here. Even though I have quote unquote retired from Valorant, I still really enjoy the game and I do miss it daily. This should be an elimination match, yeah. Oh, excuse me.
You're not excused.
So, like, I remember reading an interview, and it not necessarily like I really don't remember it exactly. So I know I'm going to get a lot of stuff wrong, but I'm going to try to summarize it best I can. Um, but the like tour de force of the like horror portion of the game was the like tentacle arm that came out and grabbed you.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like one of those things that was just like the pride and joy of this team creating this horror game.
It was such a beautiful, holy shit moment.
Oh yeah, no, I don't think a video game has given me a panic moment quite like, oh shit, I'm being dragged
Mm-hmm.
by this tentacle. Damn. Um, and then now we have the Callista Protocol, directed by the same guy. The combat is. I haven't played enough hentai then. Haven't played any. Anyway, so the combat's a little funky. There's
This
like a
motherfucker ain't
dodge.
even seen Bible Black.
No, I don't know what that.
Oh.
Anyway, um, I keep getting derailed here. Which is I guess the opposite of what y'all are talking about. So there's like a dodge mechanic, but there isn't really like a timing to it. So like as long as you're holding A, D, or S, you're going to dodge or block. Which is fine when it's like 1v1. Right? But there will sometimes be multiple enemies on the screen. Or in the room that you're currently in.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually got stuck on a point, and I was trying to do that typical Kryn thing where, you know, I try to cheese the encounter.
Of course.
But I had unlocked the heavy attack in the game. And there would be no rhyme or reason as to why the dude would lunge with the attack or not. So when I would need him to lunge to do the attack, he wouldn't lunge to do the attack.
And when you needed him
to not lunge, I'd get fucking yeeted off a fucking edge of something and get knocked out into the place I don't want to be.
Lovely.
I very clearly remember yelling at the screen about not lunging.
There were a few moments where you actually got pretty frustrated, which really, I mean, just to drive back for a second,
Yeah.
The game Callisto Protocol is undeniably, and we both talked about it a little bit, it's a pretty game.
Yeah.
Atmospherically, it looks great, and I think that is one of the big issues between that and Dead Space. It is that it has the atmosphere, but it is lacking the bones.
So a lot of the level design and graphics actually reminds me of Dead Space.
Well, I agreed, absolutely, and again, that's because Glenn Schofield.
But you're right. But it is different enough to where I don't feel like I'm playing Dead Space. I feel like, you know, I feel like I'm playing a I was trying to make a portmanteau, but you know, like Metrovania or a Soulsborne or something like that, but that doesn't really work. I feel like I'm playing Dead Space Light, I guess. A Dead Space like it's
a poor imitation. It's changed enough that instead of feeling good and different, it just feels more generic.
It feels like it was made to appeal to a wider audience, but it would never appeal to a wider audience
Mm.
because of the type of game it is. It's a horror game. There's gore in the game. I mean, the only thing that I remember getting excited about was the fact that Karen Fukuhara is in the game. That was like so far the only thing I seem to have been excited about it as far as I could remember.
I mean, fair.
And that's not to say I haven't found the game scary at all. There were a couple of moments where I was just like, "Oh fuck, I didn't actually expect that to happen." And the weird thing though is that I would look over to check the heart rate monitor, and I
No.
would watch my heart rate go from like 81 to like 77, 78 after a jump scare. And I'm thinking in my head, surely this jump scare has risen my heart rate.
Nope.
Apparently not.
No.
So I can't explain it. Maybe the heart rate monitor's broken or something. I don't know. It does have I can't even say it's low battery because like that's kind of how it's always been.
It honestly might just be not a great fit, some have calibration issue things. But anyway, to
Well,
get
why
back
would
to the
it
game
every
itself,
time? Why would every time I've gone through a jump scare with this thing on, my heart rate goes lower?
I don't know. Maybe you're just a freak.
Well, I mean, we knew that already.
I'm that specific type of freak.
So, I'm well known for suffering in video games.
That's that's an understatement. Let's put it that way.
Okay. It could be a natural response of my heart rate just ducking down. I am well known for suffering in video games, but I have to have fun in the video game to be willing to do the suffering in the video game.
Mm, yeah.
So I will be lowering the difficulty to easy, so I can get through the game for the story.
Just blow through it, experience the story.
Experience
Yeah,
the story.
no need to crin it up.
You calm down to assess the situation in order to react to the best. Maybe I don't know. So you can lower your heartbeat. I don't know. I don't know, man. It's fucking weird.
Oh, I fucking hate this.
But hate what?
It did the thing where it like split up the chats again.
Did you close the?
I did not. It was still up.
Oh.
Yeah. No, chat has unjoined for some reason. It's happened pretty much every time we've done this.
Well, it's new technology. It's F and chat for chat. Chat's
right,
back.
it is back on now.
We are so back. Or something. I don't know what the kids these days say. I the game is visually great. There is a blur that does kind of actually bother me though, and I have very limited graphic options, so I can't really like turn that off or lower it or anything like that.
Mm.
And I haven't finished the game, but so far the story has interested me. Like if I were to like lose access to this game tomorrow, I wouldn't have to. I would not feel the need to go out and like purchase it, so I could continue the story. I would just go look it up on a YouTube video or something. But as it is, it seems interesting enough to keep me like interested in playing, which is the only reason why I've decided I'm just going to go ahead and lower the difficulty and continue the game.
That's reasonable. And this is one of the things that we had actually mentioned earlier when we first started talking about this off stream. And it's that Callisto Protocol isn't a bad game, but it's not quite a good game.
No, and a lot of it comes down to what you said earlier. It's just that Dead Space did it better.
Yes.
And I can't disagree with that, but one thing I don't know is, did Dead Space do it better because they did it first, or because they did it better?
I think it's just because they did it better. I think the major issue here is that Glen Schofield is fucking fantastic at atmospheric stuff and story beats, but it is missing all of the other elements that came together to make Dead Space as good as it was.
Well, I think for one, the it being new certainly helped.
I'm even going back and replaying it. I did play the remake. I loved the remake, but back when I was playing the original Dead Space, um, it, everything about it just clicked. Even the things that were kind of frustrating worked in the benefit of the game because it added extra pressure and tension.
Mm.
And in Callisto Protocol, when things don't work right, it's just frustrating.
Yeah, like I, I've noticed a couple of times that some of the enemies seem to like spaz out,
Mm.
and they'll like I don't even know how to like describe the movement, but it is just incredibly weird, and just it feels like in a game such as that, for what they were trying to do,
Hmm.
I hesitate to say that the game should be like, bug free, and but like
I think I get where you're trying to go with this. You're basically saying that because of the fact that the enemies themselves are such a key part of the experience and the fear and the tension, to have them be something that is not perfectly polished
yeah,
is really detrimental to it because it's such a key thing that's
it's like
it
when I was
has an issue.
playing, yeah, it was like when I was playing Amnesia, and the entire game, the atmosphere, the enemies that were in the game were absolutely fucking terrifying to me. And then there was a moment where I found a little like hidey hole that they couldn't get into, and the dude was just staring at me goofy as fuck, and I just lost my shit. I don't think there's a clip of
Oh.
it, but I just start like fucking laughing my ass off. And from that moment on, the fear of in the game Amnesia for me disappeared. Cuz it's like something this integral to the experience was just fundamentally broken.
Hmm.
And I just, God, I don't know. It was just it just that's how I feel about the Callista Protocol. It's like, yeah, the enemies are scary, but I'm not gonna lie to you, they're more annoying than they are scary. They're more like frustrating to deal with than something that I fear. And
Instead of oh god, it's one of those, it's oh god, it's one of those.
right, like everything necromorph in Dead Space is fucking terrifying.
Hmm.
They did so good on the enemy like character design. Like there are some parts of Dead Space 1 I have played through the game 3 or 4 times. There are some parts in that game that still gives me this feeling of like dread of like, oh god, I have to play through this part of the game again. The
Uh-huh.
Leviathan is part of that.
Oh.
Like they did so good in this game, and then to turn around and create a game like the Callisto Protocol, which should have essentially been a like spiritual successor to Dead Space, this game that just captured
It wanted so badly to be.
just I'm disappointed. I think that's what it boils down to. I avoided spoilers for this game for the 2 or so years that it's been since it's been out. I've kind of shied away from like reading any like full on review and just kind of getting the gist of what people are saying. And a lot of
Hmm.
people did bring up the combat as being a weak point, which okay, that's fine. I didn't realize it was that bad when I'm
Yes.
actually playing the game. Like the enemies are essentially, I can't call them bullet sponges because you get 10 shots in a gun and then you're pretty much out, which that's fine. I've played plenty of games that either have no combat mechanic, as a Amnesia, for example. There is no combat. There's all there is hiding and running. But
I
you
think if I had
have
to liken
melee
it to another
combat.
game in terms of combat, I would say it actually ends up being more like Metro, where it's yes, there's melee combat, yes, you do have some actual weapons, but there is so little ammo for them, and you get it so infrequently that it's just kind of like, why bother? This is not gonna help me in the long run.
Well, it's
Because yeah, it'll deal with one or two enemies, but then you have the other enemies who are now swarming you, and you don't have anything to, you know?
yeah, it's if your main focus on your combat is going to be melee, which I mean, you have essentially a melee weapon and a gun that's kind of useful for your combos, and that's literally all it's there for, really. Why isn't your like melee combat fluid or focused or like the whole dodge mechanic kind of reminds me of the Surge, which is a Soulsborne type game that has a dodge mechanic. I never mastered it because like I just throw my head at a wall until I complete a game, right?
Mm,
Like I'm not like I have determination when it comes to completing a video game, not necessarily like a level of skill when it comes to that video game.
yep.
Like I learned attack patterns and this and that, but I think people come mostly to watch my streams to watch me suffer in a video game, so they don't have
It
to
is why
suffer
we're here.
themselves. So like I
Hmm.
get it. I don't mind it. It's one of those things where it's just like when you finally get that victory, it's like it's the dopamine rush is
Yes.
fantastic. But I got stuck on a part in the game for like 30 minutes yesterday. When I was done with it, I felt relieved that I didn't have to do it again. Rather than like excitement that I finally beat this section.
Hmm. I'm actually going to reference two things here in regards to Dead Space. The first being, you were saying that melee combat needs to be fluid. I would argue it actually doesn't. It just needs to be more effective than it is because in Dead Space 1, which I love, the
Yeah.
melee, the stomp, and the swing are janky as fuck. But the way that they work means that it is effective enough that you can stomp and swing, and it'll be scary as fuck, but you can get through a decent amount of stuff if you're being swarmed. In Callisto Protocol, it's just that underwhelming. The second thing that I want to bring up is what you were talking about in terms of being more generic, and I would argue that I think given the time that this came out, which was obviously after Dead Space,
Mm-hmm.
um, I think this suffered from trying to be a competitor with the Dead Space series instead of Dead Space 1 because we this is something we've talked about before when we played Dead Space.
Yeah.
The original Dead Space game is a horror game.
Yep.
Dead Space 2 becomes essentially action horror or maybe even action adventure considering the way combat is kicked up
Mm-hmm.
and the scares are brought down. I think that that's one of the things that put a nail in the coffin of Callisto Protocol because they took it further away from the horror stuff and they tried to make the combat and everything stand out more, which really brought attention to the fact that it was not as developed.
Yeah, I could see that. But one correction I would like to make is that I said if your game combat is primarily focused on melee, it needs to be fluid.
That's true. Yeah, because for Dead Space,
The main combat
yes.
is dismemberment.
That's
Your
true.
your, your main
Yeah,
focus is to dismember your enemies
I
rather
see what
than.
you're saying.
So it
That does bring into question dismemberment mode, though.
I'm assuming it's just some easy
I'm
easy
thinking it
mode.
makes it a lot more like Dead Space.
Well, no, because the whole like the thing even said that you can't earn achievements while you're playing it.
Ah.
So maybe I should have just played that and
Mm.
experienced the story instead. But I don't know. I just I want to like the game. They've got some neat ideas. They've I, I can't say they changed much in the formula, but it just
They changed enough that the teacher wouldn't notice, but it's pretty clear that it's still copied homework. It is very visually pleasing. It looks great.
yeah, no, the game looks great. Dead Space was on the rails. All three Dead Spaces are point A to point B. I can't even say that nearly because I enjoyed BioShock 2. Like it wasn't the strongest game in the franchise by any means, but like I enjoyed playing BioShock 2.
I would argue that if anything, Bioshock 1 and 2 are Dead Space 1 and 2.
Um
I don't know what I would call Callisto Protocol in the scheme of things, but Bioshock 1 and 2, Bioshock had the same shift from more of a you are in an experience type of gameplay to you're a fucking tank kind of gameplay. It makes it more action adventure-y.
mhm.
Um, so I think it's comparable in that way. Bioshock Infinite.
Story-wise, BioShock Infinite was awful.
Yeah, it was pretty weird.
Constants and variables.
Again, it's one of those cases where I saw what they were going for, but it just under delivered.
Well, like how do you fucking like I, that's one of the main reasons why I hate time travel as a like story component.
It feels like anytime time travel is brought up, you're basically pigeonholed into like one of three paths to take.
Essentially, yeah. Am I only playing single player games? Yes. For the most part. Um, I do have the availability for people to suggest video games as well. But for the most part, the Monday Wednesday streams will be single player
Mm.
games. That being said, I am working on a goal list for subscriber numbers, and I might start doing um, like community gaming nights as part of those. I'll also
Mm.
under construction um, streams as well.
Mm,
Gotta
that's
work out.
right.
Gotta work out what I want to do for those. Mondays are for cat games. No, I finished the cat game.
The
As
cat
much
game is no more.
as much as I was wanting to play the cat game. Um,
Void Crew. That sounds familiar.
yeah, I think somebody brought that up. Are there any other cat games? I guess there's Stray.
Did you play Stray? I could have.
No, I think Div played Stray.
Div played it, I know, and I know I played it at one point. I can't remember if you were around for that.
I don't think so actually.
It's not a super long game, and it is great. If I mean, if you're looking for another cat game, I would certainly recommend it. It's not the longest game out there. Um,
But for the most part, the idea was that we were gonna have the first hour of TIRCast be me and Frank yapping about either news or like today, my disappointment with Callisto Protocol.
Mm.
Um, and then the second hour would be video games.
Which we'll see.
For
We'll
the
have to figure it out.
for the most part, with Sasha, with the video games thing, because while I could be here for the video gaming, the level of energy would definitely take a dip in the second hour.
Yeah, I think both you and me tend to, especially as it gets later in the night, we tend to like lock in when we're playing games, and we get a little bit low energy. Having Sasha
Yeah.
there, like another person to bounce things off of, keeps it a little lighter, keeps it a little more active. But
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, G Soda?
Hey, Giuseppe.
But yeah, I don't know, is there anything else we want to touch on right now in terms of Callisto Protocol and Dead Space? Do we
Not
want to talk
really.
about the remakes, or do we want
I'm
to save
just
that for when you're done with Dead Space?
when I'm done with the Dead Space remake.
Okay.
Because so for the game list, the Callisto Protocol will be followed up very shortly by
The Dead Space
Dead
remake.
Space remake. So my hope is that next Wednesday I'm done with Callisto Protocol.
I can't imagine that you wouldn't be.
Because I've already done what 2.5 hours.
I thought you were almost at 3, but yeah.
No, because I start the Wednesday stream at 8:30, because while it wasn't an issue yesterday, Wednesday is usually scout meeting day.
Okay.
Which will sometimes be from like 6:30 until about like 8 o'clock.
That's fair.
So then 8:30 gives me time to get home and get on.
Look at this guy wanting travel time.
Well, most of the meetings are like 3 minutes away, so it's
Callisto Protocol is 10-hour games, so maybe 6 to 7 hours left.
Yeah, so that should be if I go
Monday
down to
and then Wednesday.
So like I'm not bad at video games. Like I'm not like God's gift to gaming or anything like that, but I would consider myself a really good gamer. So knocking Callisto Protocol down to easy, as long as it makes the enemies like super fucking easy. That's
true. You should fly through it at that point. I
should fly through it. You're not bad, just terrible. Absolutely. No, like I don't mean to like toot my own horn, but I am a good gamer.
I'd only rate you a 3.6. Not great, not terrible.
Yeah. Usually, like if I get like really into like a game, anyway. Oh, I wish they could be dead. I don't think so. Depending on what time I finish the Callisto Protocol, I will probably call the stream after that, and then Dead Space would be. Oh, I see what you're doing there, Neely.
He's saying cat games for Monday, and then the Dead Space games.
Yeah. That hit us at the exact same time.
Look, I mean, immediately after your brain cell, it's the quantum entanglement thing.
Yeah. The 6 to 7 hours wasn't what's left, but your estimate of how long total it'll take. Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't really imagine because the combat is the only thing that's going to slow me down. If there's puzzles, I'm going to solve them very fucking quickly. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't know if I'm going to do roguelites on the game list thing.
Gluptastic series mods for Left 4 Dead 2.
Because they don't really have like an ending, if you know what I mean, for the most part.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, no, I do want to get back to doing the under construction streams. The next build, if we hit a goal, whatever that happens to be, will be the Gundam Wing Endless Waltz Heavy Arms.
Gluptastic turns Left 4 Dead 2 into the COD zombie game. Oh my god.
Interesting.
That was like the
Creeper
only
World.
reason I would buy a Call of Duty game at this point. So that's I might actually have to look into that.
You can ask Han. I used to play the shit out of Creeper World games on Congregate.
You did, that's right. You build a helicopter out of the corpses of the Left 4 Dead 2 characters. Oh no.
You missed a dead game. It's peak Gary Smart. Yeah, that really does sound like it is. Creeper World games are great. I agree. I was thinking about like doing like XCOM.
You're already playing XCOM.
Technically, yeah. Well, that's why I want to play XCOM again.
Yeah. Then you can enjoy your 98% chance to hit.
Miss. Mother.
2% chance to miss, but it's a weighted 2%.
Yeah. It's
It would be gluptastic.
The teacher applied oh god, what do they call it?
Brain cell's not helping out this time.
No, where the teacher will like raise the grades of everybody because everyone like
Grading on a curve.
Grading on a curve, yeah, that's it. So like, if you scored a 50, you get like a 70, so you still technically pass. Because like, more than half the class failed the test.
There's a game called Nearly. That's your game. It's made for you.
Durr, durr.
Oh, fuck.
This game was made for me.
Oh, I love you, Junji Ito.
I have a hard time deciding if the balloon one makes me most upset or the jade makes me most upset.
It's gotta be the balloon.
I think I think that the jade does, because like the dude's got like like you hold on to the gem and like a doctor visits you and then there's like fucking holes in your skin everywhere.
I love holes.
Nah,
it's
like,
a great movie.
I'm not like a I don't have like that tryptophobia or whatever, but like
discovered a developer named Trust Me Bro Studios. I mean, he says trust him, so you gotta.
This Nearly Dead game kind of reminds me of like Maple Story Project Zomboid. Did you look at it yet?
No, I didn't.
Here,
that sounds beautiful.
There you go. I'm gonna give you a quick link there in the Discord. This game released on September 10th, 2021 is still considered an early access game. Is this like abandonware? Is that what's happening here?
It's Project Zombish. It even has the fucking oh god, the field of view and like the dead space behind you, the fog of war.
What the oh, I hate when the videos like autoplay in Steam. Like I'm scrolled all the fuck down looking at the reviews and then like music starts playing. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Then unclick the thing that says autoplay videos.
That sounds an awful lot like work.
Look, all I can do is tell you the thing. I can't do it for. I would if I could.
No, you wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't. I'd make.
I would click it. I would unclick it, and then you would click it back on. Yeah,
no, that's accurate. Recent interview, it says devs went bankrupt and abandoned the game. Nice.
For
Nearly dead, I assume, yeah. Damn. That would explain the reviews.
Oh shit, C9 playing Yoru. I know that only part of that sentence makes sense to you.
You said Yoru, so I'm just like, that's nice. I'm happy for you, or sorry that happened.
Void Train.
Is that the thing where Thomas the Tank Engine is trying to kill you?
No, that's Choo Choo Charles.
Yeah, that's right.
There's a co-op. That's interesting. There's a train. There's a void. And there's a dragon type creature.
A dragon. Wowee.
Guess we should see if
yeah, see where he is.
How's it looking? I just want Sasha to pop in the chat again so he can be in your lap, because that was funny.
Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah, Void Train looks interesting.
Okay, I do have the thing set up still. Perfect.
What?
The label that says "End Son Sashka."
Ah! Hey, Rag.
Hey, what's up, Rag? How you doing, man?
I don't know. Just been kind of like in a bit of a slump with video games lately.
Yeah, I can say it's been happening to me too. There's really very little that's managed to keep my attention lately. And I honestly don't think it's the games. I think it's just me. I think I'm just a little burnt out at the moment. Which it happens now and then.
Electronically like buzzed or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate, honestly, because there's a lot of stuff that like I do. There's a big part of me that wants to play stuff, but it's just kind of like, do I really wanna? Last month and someday, yeah, longer for me, but I get it. I'm there too. He just got home. Excellent.
Well, if it's gonna take him like another half hour to get like ready and all that, it's just like
just like I'm gonna grab a shower, take a shit.
Yeah, no.
Okay, you'll be here in an hour.
Well, no, it's not even that. It's just like he just got home. If he needs like a half hour to get ready, it's just like, bro, just like chill, relax, don't worry about it.
You're hopping out at like 10:30 now, right?
Yeah, it would be 10:30. Oh, okay, he'll be here shortly. Bene.
The Yakuza games are fucking hilarious.
I think they're all on Game Pass as well. They were at one point.
You mean the best value in gaming since?
I'm sorry, but like if you like, I joke around a lot about that, but it legitimately
really
is the best value in gaming. Like it's so much so that like people in the gaming industry have claimed that the system is like ripping developers off essentially, and it's just like, well, that sounds like it's good for me, the consumer.
Especially considering how many studios are kind of. There are very few that are trying it, but they're still trying for the $70 to $80 a game now.
Yeah. So the gaming industry is hoping that Rockstar comes out with like a $90 price tag for
Mm-hmm. Because then that sets the precedent and legitimizes their really, really shitty practice of constantly jacking up the prices.
yeah.
You want raise game prices, raise money for earnings.
Your headspace is still way broken after last. Did something specifically happen last month, or just in general? Because like for a while, my headspace was kind of fucked, but
Yeah,
that
yeah,
was all work related.
there was an unfortunate loss.
Oh no, I meant because of having to split myself into essentially three people.
Mm.
That's the part I was talking about. Yeah, they flopped really hard with Dragon Age. When all they need to fucking do is make a sequel to the first Dragon Age game. That's all they need to fucking do.
Yep. I did not play it, but I've heard from people who were big Dragon Age fans that there was a lot of stuff that kind of like went against the previous games, like retconning stuff and eh. And apparently they really dropped the ball on like the entire point of the game. The whole last game, if I remember right, was basically a big setup for Solus.
I didn't play Dragon Age.
Mm.
I tried to play the first game. I understand people really, really fucking love the first game. It just does not appeal to me.
That's understandable. It's not like the biggest draw, but there are a lot of very rabid fans, and the fact that so many of them were like, "This ain't it, Chief," really speaks to how badly they flubbed a lot of stuff. People say it was still fun, but that it's just wasn't a Dragon Age game, which again kind of belies the whole point.
Hang on a second.
Yeah, yeah, all good. Still need to finish Dragon's Dogma 2. Decent game, just not a Dragon Age game. Yeah, wouldn't be the first person I've heard that from. I mean, I
Sorry, I'm
was
back.
late to Dragon Age, so I really like didn't bother going after it. Especially so many people said like, nah.
Well, and then you had like the whole um. Nope, lost it. It's gone. I need the brain cell to.
No, it's mine. You can't have it. Mom says it's my turn with the brain cell.
Mom.
I'm going to take a guess at where you're going with that and say that I kind of had the RPG itch scratched by Baldur's Gate 3, so I didn't really feel a need to play a fantasy game like that because I got Baldur's Gate 3.
Not really, but also had
Oh, okay.
Divinity Original Sin 2, and then Baldur's Gate 3. And then I still have the Divinity Original Sin board game, which doesn't seem like it would be that complicated to set up an online game of it, but
Hmm.
may not be exactly easy either.
Doable with effort, but the question is how much would the effort be and would it be worth it?
That's kind of the main thing. Would it be
The
worth
crux of
it?
it. Yeah.
And the answer to that question is I don't know.
Hmm.
But there's only one way to find out, so I don't know, maybe I have to try to figure out.
They introduced most of the companions in an anthology of short stories, so like not even in the game their introductions, or like in the game it was an anthology to like I'm trying to figure out if it was like a rundown of like here's character backstory and here's a little side mission and oh you got your companion.
It's like dedicating an entire like filler episode in an anime to like a side character to introduce them. Or alternatively, like Disney's strategy of releasing TV shows on Disney Plus, the only place that you can watch them, and then making them tie into the movies that happen on the big screen.
They really like doing that.
Yeah, the only people who are going to read something like that are going to be the hardcore, like, rabid Dragon Age fans.
An actual book they released before the game. Good God, that's certainly a choice. Oh, I gotta look this up because I smell a rat.
You should probably get that checked out then. It's like you should.
March 10th, 2020. Inquisition was 2014. When was the Veilguard announcement?
When indeed.
Game was announced as Dragon Age Dreadwolf in 2022 and retitled to Veilguard in 2024. Okay, so that's... In that case, I don't think it's the case I thought it was. I was going to say it might have been stuck in development hell, so they gutted it and basically turned some of it into novels, but this seems like it was two separate things, because if the announcement was in 2022
Yeah.
and the novel released in 2020, then that's...
Uh-huh.
I mean, 2 years of development, and even if it was development hell, that's not long enough for them to gut it and convert it into book. Alright, so yeah, just really, really weird fucking choice.
Yeah. And
you
clearly,
hate spy missions in Warframe. Valid.
and very clearly, it did not pay out for them.
No, I would imagine not.
Surprise!
This is honestly really weird the more I'm looking into this. I hadn't bothered looking up much about Veilguard, and I was just going off what people were saying. But what did they do?
You know?
Switched focus toward multiplayer before switching back to what they released. Oh god, I wonder if that actually is what happened. Man, that's a shame. Hopefully they don't flub the next Mass Effect game.
Oh, bro, you know they are going to. And then all those
Look,
those weird fucking
hope.
people. All those weird fucking
hope.
people are gonna blame inclusion and shit, bro. Like,
I know.
Like, oh, they shouldn't have focused on this. They should have just gave us a fun game. Yeah, well then why didn't Wukong or fucking Stellar Blade win any awards?
Stellar Blade won awards in my heart.
Why didn't they win any awards, huh? Maybe because they weren't...
The cake was too rich.
Yeah. It's like, you know, how many people are playing Warframe right now? Like 40,000 minimum? How many people are playing that other game? Like maybe 10,000?
The one that headed Velgard recently announced she left BioWare for another job. I'll bet she did, considering it didn't even reach 50% of its goal. To be that far below target sales, that is it's not a good look.
You know what you do? You put the game on sale. Like
honestly, I would not be surprised
40%
if it's
off.
already on sale. Let me check Steam. I'm curious now. No, okay, it's full price still. $60 they want.
Yeah, that's why.
This review says it all right here. The combat was fun, sure, but at the end of the day, this just can't be called a Dragon Age game. There you go. Oh, that's a shame. Before Velgard, she was responsible for The Sims. Those are two very different things.
There is a game on Steam called Banana that currently has 184,000 people playing it. Banana is a clicker game. Okay. Carry on.
Void Banana.
Warframe has 49,000 people playing it right now.
How many did you say?
49,000. 478. 49,478. Okay. All right. Well, what was the name of that other game?
What? Dragon Age Velgard?
No.
First Descendant?
Yeah, that one.
The First Descendant.
Thanks.
You're welcome. I am to please.
Is not even on. Is not even on the top 100.
Oof, and they just had a big release too.
Like,
This is like just after a character release.
Dark and Darker at number 100 with 10,636 current players as of this moment.
So it's below 10,000. Oh no. Oh god.
Like, that this needs, anytime somebody is going to sit and argue with me that all gamers want are titties and ass, I'm going to ask them which game has more players, Warframe or The First Descendant. They're not going to know the answer.
Mm-hmm. Because here's the thing. We do want titties and ass, but we also want them to be titties and ass in a functional, fun game.
Fun game. Good story. Yes, there are, technically speaking, ass in Warframe.
That's true.
Yes.
And now Amelia Tyler will stick her incredibly long tongue down your throat in Warframe.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
I know, right? I saw that. It almost got me to download the game.
Well, I have a clip somewhere of you saying that you'd listen to her read the dictionary, so.
I really fucking would. Her voice is just...
Yeah. I know. Damn, bro, how long does it take to get, like, changed and let a dog out?
Apparently much time.
Upsetting.
Oh no. I suspect we're gonna end up just chatting for half an hour.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm pretty sure she's gonna turn up like 10, like, what we doing now?
You're too fucking late to do anything.
Old man Crin's got to turn in half an hour from 10 o'clock.
Yeah. Fucking tired these days, man. Like, I had one of those, you should work on cars, they said. It'll be fun, they said, moments earlier today. Working on a Chevrolet Avalanche, which is the ugliest fucking truck I've ever laid eyes on. If you don't agree with me, that's fine. You can be incorrect.
At least it's not a Fiat Multipla.
We don't work on Fiat.
I know.
Like legitimately, you bring me a Fiat.
Just in terms of ugliness.
I'll do a state and I'm okay with ugly cars, man. Like, that's not the problem. The problem is the Avalanche is just fucking god awful. It's fucking dumb as... Anyway.
That was the one that was supposed to have, like, the convertible bed, right?
It's like Chevy took a look at Ford doing the Explorer Sport Track and went, how can we make this stupid? And then they came out with the Avalanche. So it's because it came standard from the factory with a tonneau cover. It's technically speaking an SUV and is classified as such.
Huh.
Same as the Sport Track, which both are trucks. But anyway. There is an oil pressure sensor on the back side of the engine. It's about 2.5 hours book time to replace it, and you have to remove the intake manifold in order to reach it. Unless you happen to know where it's located on the back side of the engine, and you have the proper socket for the sensor, a swivel, and an extension. All three of these things exist in the shop. The issue is it's a bit of a pain in the ass to do. So as I'm on top of the engine, essentially, and I'm reaching my hand around to a place that I can't see, trying to get this sensor connector off, just in the back of my head, this would be the perfect time for somebody to take a picture of me and caption it. Work on cars, they said.
I mean, it's like the old saying goes, what, an engineer will bend over backwards to fuck a technician?
No, a engineer will step over 40 virgins to fuck a technician.
That's it.
But I have, like, when it comes to, like, the Avalanche specifically, I am 99% certain that a engineer for Chevrolet walked in on a technician, a Chevrolet certified technician, having sex with his wife. And went...
And everything about the Avalanche was just revenge.
Revenge. Everything about this fucking car, truck, whatever. Especially this fucking sensor, man. Because, like, it's not bad enough that it's on the back side of the engine and you have to remove the intake manifold to get enough space in order to do that. There's a stupid fucking plastic cover on the back side of the engine which does fucking nothing. Like, it's just legitimate. It's just fucking there. There's other options to hold hoses and wires in place, but they've decided to put this fucking piece of shit goddamn plastic cover in such a position to where the release for the sensor switch has one of those little plastic locks on it that you have to undo and hope to God that the connector isn't corroded or the plastic isn't, like, melted together, because you ain't getting that shit off. And then on top of that, the fucking, like, release for the connector is on the same side as that stupid piece of shit plastic cover that's on the side of the engine. And, like, my thumb cannot fit in between the plastic cover and the sensor connector without pushing down the stupid fucking piece of shit plastic lock on the connector.
Good. Let the hate flow through.
Like, I want to find who designed the system, and I just want to have a conversation in a soundproof room with no cameras. I just want to talk, okay? Just to air some grievances here, buddy.
It's okay, buddy. You're home. The avalanche can't hurt you right now.
It's gone. I mean, it's... When the new service writer comes up and asks me, it's like, hey, so are you guys like the super nice guys where if it says like it takes 2.5 hours and you're done in a half hour, you charge it the half hour? And I said, fuck no. I'm sorry,
Not
but
for an avalanche.
No. Okay, look, so we charge book time for everything, right? That protects you, that protects me. Now here's the thing. If it says it takes 2.5 hours and I get it done in a half an hour, you're not paying me for my 2.5 hours of time.
You're paying you for knowing how to do it.
You're paying me for knowing how to do it and getting it done.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my whole goal as a technician is to beat the clock. It says 2.5 hours. I want to be done in, like, I don't know, 75% of that time. But, like, at that point, you're now paying for all of the training that I've done. You're helping pay for my tools. And you're helping put food on my table. And if you have an issue with that, there's 20 other shops on the same street who are going to do the exact same. You can go to the shop next door who will absolutely... I don't know if I can, like, legally say that, so never mind.
Libel.
It's hearsay, so yeah, I'm not going to publicly state what I have heard that they do, because I have not confirmed that they actually do that.
Wow, Ezra, you were not kidding. That is some serious cake for Warframe. I didn't know their game. Props.
Nasal drops for a blocked ear. Oh yeah, no, you're absolutely
all the way down your nose and throat. They are connected.
You are absolutely
your nose and throat.
Absolutely gonna have an awful aftertaste.
Yep. But hey, if it tastes bad, that means you know it's working.
No, I'm gonna have to disagree with you there, because like there's some pretty good tasting medicines out there, sir.
Yeah, true.
Alright, Chris, see ya.
Later, Chris. Have a good one, man.
Oh shit, so like the other day, right? Like on the new technician's first day. I've got my speaker playing. I'm listening to like my metal playlist. And Tools 46 and 2 are playing. And the new guy kind of like looks over at my speaker, looks over at me, gets like really fucking excited and like hands his like earbud to me to like just kind of listen to, not like actually like put my ear, you know, the earbud into my ear. And the song 46 and 2 is playing on his earbuds, and it's at a completely different part of the song. I'm just like, holy shit.
It was 46 and 2, just ahead of you.
Well, I was ahead, so like, I was ahead of him. But it was one of those things where it's like, wow, that's really kind of cool. That's all. That's all I got for that. That was, you know. 25 or 6 to 4. Oh my god. Oh shit. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know what we could play.
I knew you would start flagging once it hit 10.
Yeah, we're 4 minutes to 10, and I am.
You're already yawning like.
I mean, I went to like I wasn't. It's not that I wasn't able to get to bed after the stream last night. It's just I did not immediately go to bed, which was a mistake.
That'll do it.
I can stay up till 3 in the morning all you want, but when you have to get up at 6, it's kind of like I am naturally a night owl. It would not take very much for me to accidentally stay up till 4 in the morning tonight As tired as I am now, I could make some really bad mistakes and stay up until 4 in the morning. But it's like having to get up at 6 and then work a physically demanding job is man, I had fucking words, but they're gone.
We're Italians with attention deficit problems. We're supposed to be night watch, but not this shit.
Yeah. Do I want to go to bed? Not really, but I have to go to work tomorrow. Now, will I stay at work tomorrow? I will end up staying at work tomorrow. Like it's not much of a surprise surprise. It's not for. Damn, bro. Like words are not coming to me.
Sorry, I still have use of the brain cell.
Yeah. It's fine. I understand.
I get to have it so infrequently. This is just, I want to hang on to it.
Oh, like yeah. Okay. Back to like what I was saying. What would we even if like
Words
Sasha were to
hard.
log in right now? What would we do for half an hour? Would we be able to play like Chained Together for half an hour?
We'd get like one run of Chained Together because we'd get up to where we got last time, and then I'd probably fucking pull us off the edge again.
It's gonna be weird in America going by what I'm seeing in TikTok and Threads.
Weird is an understatement. It's gonna get fucking nasty here. There's stuff going down that is.
I have not logged into Reddit in a week now.
Hey, Sasha's here. I noticed he's sitting in my lap again.
Yeah, he's in the middle picture for me. I look. I'm watching Valorant, and then like something pulls my attention to OBS. And there's just Sasha sitting in the lava.
Hey.
Hey, buddy.
Doing, bud?
I just wanted to let you guys know I haven't logged into Reddit in like 3 years.
Damn.
Yeah, you could probably
That's
use it to like advertise your community and shit.
Nah, fuck them. I mean,
your community? Like
yeah, they're fine. I got people that run the subreddit. I don't go in there.
Oh, okay.
For your community?
Yes.
Don't you think you should like check in on them every once in a while, or like?
No. I have people that I delegate to.
Or so you just implicitly trust that they're not like.
He's gonna roll up in like a year and notice that they're trying to worship him as a god or something.
They already do.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I got people that take care of Reddit for me. I don't go into Reddit. I don't care about Reddit.
That's fair.
Community or not, to be honest.
No, yeah, by all means.
Reddit is literally just a cesspool anyway.
Well, that's legitimately like all social medias.
Well, that's also how my Discord server is, so not much to compare to.
I guess. Yeah, no, we're all just gonna try to survive the next 4 years and
longer, because whatever damage is going to be done is going to take a hell of a lot longer to undo if it ever gets undone.
We'll be
this is not something you can easily course correct from.
We will be fine.
Well,
just stay off Reddit and you'll be fine.
If you make it to 50, you'll be happy. Yeah, I mean...
There's a subreddit you found those for kayaking in South California. That's not all. I recently purchased an inflatable kayak, actually.
That's right, you did.
Yeah, I'm gonna end up buying some life preservers and some other stuff next month, and hopefully gonna try to get out some weekend next month to go kayaking.
Sounds like a blast.
With my luck, it'll be like the 1 year where February is just like all below zero or below freezing and shit.
Dude, it's fucking freezing, yeah. It's wild how cold it is right now.
Some weekend in February, yes. Like the winter, like colder months are like prime kayaking. I don't have to worry about snakes or bugs. You need to skate. Yeah, but I live in Virginia where like yes, it has been below freezing for the past 5 days, but that trend will not carry on through the weekend.
It's gonna get cold.
No, it's gonna get warm.
You sure?
Well, I mean, now that you've asked. Yes, early to mid next week are supposed to be in the 50s.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Trending upwards a little bit. High of 40s, still lows of like 25.
The lows are below freezing, but which is upsetting. Like, I really wanted the lake behind my house to freeze so my son could like walk around
on it.
Yeah, I'll walk on it a little bit. You know, like something that I remember from my childhood.
Mm.
But if the temperature, well, I don't know. It's not until Sunday that it like starts to warm up. So maybe.
Well, just remember, thin and crispy, way too risky.
No, jump on it just to make sure it's safe.
I mean, yeah, as long as you're like by the edge.
No, right in the middle of it.
It's going to be 33 degrees as a low for Saturday and Sunday. Tomorrow, 28. Your highs are back above 0 degrees. Nope, not here. Well, I mean, no, definitely here.
My brother.
Dad.
Dad.
75 months. Thanks, son.
Yes.
God damn, that's a long time.
75,
Right?
75 months is
That is many months.
very many months.
It's been very many months. And I'm in Dad's lap.
Yeah. Who's my best little guy?
And son. That literally makes me laugh, and it's so beautiful.
Should change. You should when this happens. You should change your name to Hanlon and Son.
And in son.
Hanlon and
Credinson
Son.
and Hannonson.
I like how my announcements in my chat apparently pop up in your chat.
They do, yes, the ad break stuff.
Which we got to figure out if we can like not have that happen.
I can live with it.
All right.
Even if it's still happening, it's worth having the combined chats.
And it's not actually. It is way off. We need to, you know, if we were to like sync our ads somehow.
Are you still running pre-roll?
No, I'm running ad breaks, which is what Moobot is talking about right
But
there.
are you running enough to disable pre-roll?
Yeah.
Or are you okay? So
Yeah, no, I'm.
I don't understand how we aren't synced then. Oh, I think we had delayed for early stream talking. I think.
What is he even under now? Home? Setting? Monetization. Ads. Yeah, I'm running 3 minutes of ads per hour. But they want you to run 5 minutes per hour for a potential revenue increase. But I'm already getting 55% from the 3 minutes.
Just keep running. Don't stop. Non-stop ads, baby.
22 minutes.
All ads all the time.
22 minutes, 30 seconds ads per hour.
Listen, all you gotta do, Kryn,
Yeah.
is just start your stream.
Yeah.
Just run every ad possible until there's no more ads to run, and then start streaming.
All right, so Kryn, are you on automatic?
Yeah. I think what happens is that, like, since we don't start the streams on the exact same second, the exact same minute,
you're
just
right.
over time it just desyncs.
That'll do it.
So it runs a 1.5 minute ad break every 18 minutes. Oh wait, no, hang on.
No, it should be 1.5 minute ad break
every 30 minutes. Yeah, no, I had accidentally put the ad minutes per hour up to 5 minutes for a moment, and
don't do that.
No. Wow, there's an option to keep pre-roll ads on your channel.
Yes.
Who the fuck?
Why would you do that?
Well, if you're a big enough streamer, you can do it, and it's just funny.
I mean, if you're a big enough streamer, yeah, but it's just one of those things. I cannot count the number of times I've been like,
I mean, I
will go to a stream I'm aware of. They'll have pre-roll, and I'm just like, you know what? I want to watch that bad.
I mean, I have a points reward thing that you can.
I literally just exit as soon as I hop in and there's an ad playing immediately. I just leave.
Yep.
I've got a rewards point thing to run a 60-second ad. Like, it's that shit's funny.
That's true. You do.
Bro, run it right now.
You got
Get it out of the way.
I don't think I could run an ad if I wanted to, because I just ran ads.
Doesn't matter. Run another one.
But if you spend the requisite amount of points, I will.
How many?
I don't fucking remember, bro.
Come on, bro.
I don't know.
You should have enough to do it.
Why should I know?
Bro, you should know.
I don't take care of that stuff.
Bro, you've been streaming forever. You should know.
It's 10,000 points. And if you spend a million points, I'll wear a Oh yep, Asa took care of it. There we go. We're running a minute ad.
Fantastic.
Bam. We got to do it. It was a request.
This is how it's supposed to be.
I'm running the ads. It's gonna be kind of an awkward thing at the moment that if somebody like redeems the Don the Narwhal thing, like I'm gonna have to get the webcam back out.
That's right. Either that or you just find a narwhal hoodie and drag it over the top of your...
Of course you don't see the ads, Essa. You're subscribed.
Okay, so if I...
Trevor!
If I donate the narwhal...
I mean, I'm not going to get up right now. I mean, there's 20 minutes left to stream. I'm not... It's going to take me 20 minutes to get dressed and get the webcam set up. Where are you at?
Okay, so if I donate $1 million, you have to do it today.
Donate? What do you mean, donate I guess $1 million?
It's only $1 million.
Where is the...
Let me add $1 million to myself real quick.
Not in the nude. I am in a bathrobe. Or as the professor would say, I am already in my pajamas. It's magical trick. Did it pop up?
Oh, Kryn is jammied up already.
It didn't pop up. Hold on. Where's Trevor? Trevor! Oh my god, I've ruined Christmas. I'm sorry, everybody. Please forgive me.
It's okay, bro. There's only like 11 more months to go, so worst things can happen.
Yeah, here we go. All right, so there's nothing on screen, but
my brother.
Oh.
Yeah.
Resubscribed for 69 months
Nice.
for a total of 82 months. Nice. Also, has it already been a month?
Apparently so.
It's been 7 days.
Why is it letting me do it
I
then?
don't fucking know. But here's Trevor.
Also, you've been...
Again? Oh yeah, I see. Okay.
Yeah, what's per stream?
Yeah. Yeah,
What's per stream per person?
Yeah, no. I'm adding the dollar now. I gotta add another thing to the table to keep track of how many of the dollars were from the thing. Yeah.
So add that as a countdown. Dollars for the thing.
What?
Do it.
Do what?
Add a
He wants you
counter.
to actually add dollars for the thing.
Yeah.
No,
It's like the
no.
words dollars for the thing.
Yeah.
No. See, I'm at the end of like the mental energy. The physical energy was gone hours ago.
Don't care. Didn't ask.
The mental energy. So like,
Kryn is at the end of his rope.
yeah. So I'm gonna add a thing to the table for the add a dollar channel reward. Well, no, that part's easy because that part's written down somewhere, right? Like,
True.
this vehicle is getting these particular services. Okay, cool. What's not written down is what that particular service tool requirement is. So how you been, Sasha?
Busy.
How's the dog?
Big.
Good.
He's in here now, chilling with me.
Ooh, he's being quiet today.
It's unfortunate.
He actually is not afraid to come into the game room anymore.
Nice.
So we're not hearing the squeaky.
Yeah, we're used to hearing the squeaky toy going.
Oh. He stopped doing that a while back. I mean, every now and then he'll like chew on them, but he doesn't really chew on squeaky toys anymore.
That is
How old is he now?
unfortunate.
He'll be 2 in March. Which is kind of crazy that he's already 2.
Yeah, time flies.
My dog will be 3 in March, and she still goes fucking nuts for squeaky toys.
I mean, he'll go crazy for a while, but like, I haven't got him anything new recently, so he hasn't had much to squeak on.
Gotcha.
And the other ones, he literally just like rips the squeaker out, and then the toy is just.
Oh yeah, no. If I give my dog a toy with the squeaker in it, it does not survive the hour.
Mm-hmm.
But she fucking loves him.
He'll survive for a while, but then eventually he's just like.
Nah, she got that dog in her.
Rips it out.
The number of times I had to sew a squeaker back into a stuffed moose, I cannot count.
Well,
Sometimes moose, sometimes duck.
at least he's good now. Like before, I'd open the door to let him in, and he would just like stare and then run away. And now he whines if I close the door and don't let him in.
Oh, buddy.
So
what if you just leave the door open then?
he just walks in and lays down.
Uh,
He'll lay here for a bit, and then when it starts getting too hot in here, he'll just leave.
Doggo.
so is that not just all of the time?
No, because the thing is he I mean, usually he'll go and like lay by the like outside like back door. So with all the like cold coming in right now,
Mm-hmm.
so he loves sleeping there, and then he also likes sleeping like right behind our like dining room table because it's just nice and cool right there in that little corner.
Mm.
But his new thing that he does is, so he sleeps in my room every night and sleeps in my bed. But with how cold it's been, obviously the heat's been on. So it's been like hot, like up by the bed, but I leave the windows open when I sleep. So
Mhm.
now he sleeps on the floor in front of the windows
Smart dog.
just to get the cold air on him. He literally like jumped out of bed last night, walked over to the side of the bed where he used to sleep when he was a puppy, and just plopped down and knocked himself out.
Nice.
That's a good dog.
A good dog.
Yeah, I tried to sleep with the windows open. They just magically find a way to get closed again. I don't understand it.
Gee, but I wonder why.
I have no idea.
Yeah. Who be doing that?
Not me.
Ain't the dog.
It's not the dog.
That's wild.
Damn it, Crimson.
We're not pointing any fingers here. Might be the just a theory. I haven't been able to prove it or not, but it might be the pregnant wife.
Nah, I don't think it's her.
Possibly.
She's definitely asleep, so I don't think it's her.
Why is the window open? A game theory? No, not a game theory. I don't belong to that particular group of individuals. It is more than one person, right? Like,
yeah.
Okay.
So me, for the next stream.
Next time?
Next time, that's right.
It is no longer one person? Okay.
Yeah, it started out with Stupendium?
I don't know.
I think Sash needs to be on the cheese sticks rotating.
I gotta be on what?
They want you on the rotating mozzarella sticks.
Hey. Yes, Kryn, can you do that? Can you put me on the mozzarella sticks as they're rotating?
I no longer have access to Adobe After Effects, so no.
Why? What do you mean by that?
So it turns out that costs money. And I quit streaming for like 8 months and stopped making money.
Damn.
You know?
You know what that means?
That means
start streaming again, buddy.
Streaming again. I have been, and somebody would know that if they showed up.
Hey, I'm here in spirit, but I'm not on the cheese stick, so
You can just kind of be near them. You can't actually be spinning on them.
I wouldn't say I'm making money off of streaming so much as like I'm existing in the streaming space by streaming.
same.
Yeah.
Cause currently like everything that I earn on Twitch gets recycled back into Twitch.
Yep.
I wouldn't mind if I got to a point where like I could like make some legitimate improvements to like the shed to turn it into an office, but that's we're gonna call that an empty pipe dream.
A daunting task.
Kryn makes enough money you can buy 1/8 of a gunpla. Hey, come on.
Not
1/7.
Not no. I can buy full kits because I don't buy the expensive ones.
Up those ads. Up those ads, baby.
Empty shed dream. Yeah. It's a shed dream. Which doesn't make sense if you don't understand the context of what we just talked about. I'm such a... I can quit. What? I can't. You know what? It's really easy to quit making the gunplas when you just don't fucking make them anyway.
How many are in your closet currently?
3, I think, actually.
There you
go. Let me see. I have Epion. Endless Waltz, Heavy Arms. And another Death Scythe. Yeah, so 3. And then I have all these minis I need to paint.
But do you have Big Sam?
Huh?
But do you have Big Sam?
No. No, I do not.
Damn.
If I did, he'd never get built, let's be honest.
You ain't got them legs.
I do not have them legs. Them big red legs. One for now, one for the future, one for the future. No, they're all 3 for the... at some point in the future. A lot of things in flux at the moment for Kryn in the Kryn household. So I'm not making too many promises for the future, I guess, for like the whole like Twitch gaming.
I can't believe you.
Huh?
I can't believe you.
Well, okay, so like if I get like a shift, right, that's from like 6 to 3, I'm sorry, I'm not streaming at night anymore. I'm going to bed at 9 and I'm waking up at 5.
Don't do that.
Sleepy boy.
What else would I do?
Just stay awake, stream, stay awake all the way until work, and then come home after work and sleep.
You know, that would be the perfect thing to do if I didn't also have a family.
Yeah, but they can self-sustain, right?
No.
Damn. No.
No. That's not how that works.
Oh.
Not making many promises for yourself in the future. Prince Son can take care of him. He's 6.
Yeah, he can take care of himself.
Well, we just got him a smartwatch.
Bro, just give him a Game Boy and he's solid.
I mean, they don't make Game Boys anymore though.
You don't. You don't. Just go buy one.
What do you mean?
Give him one of the modulator ones that have like 84 games and
Bro, you can
3
buy
different consoles on it.
Bro, you can buy a little literal handheld console with that you can just download emulators on, and they have like you can buy them with like 20,000 games on there. You will be entertained for a very long time. Trust.
Yeah. No, like I want my son to have a far more successful than my life. So.
Now, why would you want that?
So you can take care of me when I get older.
Wow, selfish are you?
Selfish. Yeah, that's right. I've taken care of him for 18 years of his life. He could take care of me for my last 18.
You're aiming too far ahead. For now, just focus on getting him to be the one who runs to the kitchen to get the food.
Oh no, So like my table's in the kitchen, sort of. So he's every time he's like, I want more milk. I'm like, all right, we'll go get it.
Go get it.
Yes, yesterday he was off school, and wife was off work, and I was off work because it was my normal day off. I'm gonna recycle back to the whole smartwatch thing in a second, nearly. So I'm making myself some ramen, the Nongshim stuff, right? And my wife's like, yeah, that smells good. Look, I want some of that. So like, I have chicken flavor. She has like mushroom tofu flavor or whatever.
Ew.
I don't need it. And then I asked my son what he wants for lunch, and he says he wants ham and cheese and chips, which is like his normal thing. So I'm like, okay, well, you know where the ham is, you know where the cheese is, and you know where the bread is. Get to work.
Yeah.
He starts, why do I have to do everything now? And I'm like,
welcome to self-sustainment, son.
First off, excuse the fuck out of me. Second off, who made your breakfast this morning? Yeah, yeah.
You should have been like, and second, excuse the fuck out of you.
Yeah. No, like he's like, and I'm having a very serious conversation with him. It's just like, it's like it's you're about to be 7. It's time to start, doing things for yourself anyway. Now's a good time to practice. But so he's been going home from the bus by himself. And I checked the laws on this one, so we're not breaking any laws here. But going home by himself.
Nice.
And
full freedom.
Yeah. And my wife is like freaking out about it, and I'm like, it's not that big a deal. Like, he's 6 years old. He's 3-minute walk from the bus stop. And I started thinking about it.
So long.
Yeah, right. And then, but it's because when I was his age, my mom at that point was still like stay-at-home mom, right? Mm-hmm. So it wasn't that big a deal. But even then, like, I'm thinking back to it, and like, yeah, I had an older sister, I had a younger brother, so like I had people and I had ways of communicating if necessary. We don't have a home phone, because who the fuck has a landline these days?
Pretty much no one.
And so we actually got him a smartwatch through my mobile provider, and can actually like track his movements and such.
Mm.
It's got like, tracking on the watch, but it also has.
You can actually like pinpoint where he is.
Yeah. I can call the watch. He can call me, and that was enough for my wife to go, okay, that's fine. And I'm like, it's just literally just because her concern. So he gets.
It's like a phone, but on your arm.
It's a smartwatch. But it's not like super powerful or anything like that. There's a couple of games on it. But the other day, so I have it in school mode, mm-hmm. from the start of school to the end of school. I'm being very vague with certain details because y'all don't need to know that, but also I don't want to dox myself by giving out too much information. I feel very comfortable revealing that the bus stop is a 3-minute walk from home, because it's not a 3-minute walk from home. And even if it were a 3-minute walk from home,
that's vague enough that it could be fucking anywhere.
Literally anywhere. If I start saying what time his school starts and what time his school ends, well, that starts to kind of narrow things down a little bit. Anyway,
but schools end at different times, though.
Yes, Sasha, that's the point of not revealing that the school starts at this particular time and ends at this particular time, because that narrows down what kind of school it is.
I don't think we need the particular times of when school starts and ends. Just saying that you have it on school mode to where...
That's also the other point of it. Y'all don't need to fucking know.
Ooh.
So he's been off school because of the weather for the past... What did he actually go to? He actually went to school on Tuesday, because Monday was Martin Luther King Day. So they didn't have school. Tuesday, he actually went to school. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow, he won't be going to school. So,
Is it because of the weather?
because of the weather, yeah.
Understandable.
On Monday, do you like the Blues Brothers? Yeah. Don't all schools start at different times? No, they all, in my area, certain the elementary schools, depending on what city you're in, start at different times, and I think even some schools in the same district start at different times. Anyway, so on Monday, Watch is in school mode. My wife is complaining that he is like just messing with the watch nonstop, and I'm like, let him play with it. Let the novelty of the watch go away, so that when he's in school, he doesn't play with it.
Let him get bored with it.
Right, and I'm like, okay, it's in school mode. What could he possibly be playing with anyway? Right, so all the games are off. He can't really call or text or anything like that. He can do emergency calls if necessary, but...
Hold on, can I guess?
Okay.
He was figuring out how to take it off school.
Who's what?
He's figuring out how to take it off school mode.
Off school mode.
No. You can't... The nice thing about the watch is you can't do that on the watch.
Unless Dad does it.
No, you can't do it on the watch. You have to do it through
the phone app, probably.
The phone app. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can set alarms and shit like that for him as well, and tasks and stuff. It's really kind of a powerful tool for him. Anyway, so I'm like, what the hell could he possibly be playing with? Because it's on school mode, and he shouldn't be able to really play with anything, right? And I'm going to get the actual wording here. Give me a second. That's Tuesday. So she just, I foresee him getting this watch taken away from him at school. He just won't stop messing with it, even when it's in school mode. It's like, what can he do with it in school mode? And then I said, let him play with the watch all day today. Should help him get used to it, and hopefully not as big a distraction for tomorrow. She replies to me about 40 minutes later, calculator. And the only thing I can say is, that's my boy.
Attaboy.
That's right. He's playing with math. Which, like, he's playing with a calculator. Yeah, it nearly was the closest without going over. But he's playing with a calculator, right? So, like, what do you do with the calculator? You add and subtract things. So, like, I can't be mad at that. Like, that's a good thing in my eyes.
I did it with a real calculator.
I had an issue when I was in elementary school. Every time we had to do like defining like vocabulary words, and they gave us a dictionary, I got distracted.
Just looking up swears.
Not even looking up swears, bro. I would just flip to a random page and just like fucking read the dictionary.
Damn.
And by the time it was time to turn like the assignment in, I'm not done. I need more time. What about you, Sasha? What was the strange thing you got distracted with?
Like when I was in class?
In school, yeah.
Nothing, I guess. I don't know. I just sit there and like my pen and see how high I could get it to shoot up.
So, okay, well there you go.
I put Mega Man games on my TI-83.
I mean, I had my phone, and like if I really, really got bored, I would just like bring my Game Boy and just put my backpack in front of me and just play it.
Them Ohio schools.
Ohio toast.
Oh, Iho toast.
Here, Corinne, this is for you.
For me, is this?
Mega Man 83 for the TI-83 calculator.
Yeah, Gisoda, exactly that. You're not gonna be able to find up any words whenever you want, how to spell something, or have a calculator in your pocket the rest of your life. Joke's on you, teacher. Guess what I had?
Guess what I had?
Guess what I can do? I can talk to somebody on the other side of the world right now if I wanted to.
Hell yeah.
I could even talk to somebody in Ohio. Teacher, why would you want to do that? I don't know.
While having a calculator open.
Well, you know what? To be fair to the teachers back then, for the most part, there's no way they could have like legitimately predicted that like mobile phones would explode as they did.
Yeah, well, they couldn't expect ChatGPT to be a thing either.
Thankfully, they didn't explode for long. Samsung ironed that out.
No one knows why you want to talk to Ohio. I know. Why would you want to talk to anybody in Ohio? Like, damn.
Nobody does.
Nobody. Not even people from Ohio.
That's right. Damn Ohioans, they ruined Ohio.
We made Ohio great again.
Yeah, how's that working out for you?
I don't know. It was like -5 and cold yesterday.
Good lord.
That's pretty dang chilly.
It was a little chilly.
Yesterday I was complaining it was 13 degrees.
But it was like 26 today, so like spring is around the corner.
Every job you had a calculator within touching distance. Yeah, I guess that's the thing. Okay. Well, I'm fucking tired, man.
You did stay up 8 minutes past your bedtime.
It is past my bedtime. Yeah, maybe next week Sasha will get on earlier and we can have video game time.
Maybe.
Old man Crane just fell into a coma, bro. Like so close. I almost slipped into a coma. And then I wouldn't have been awake until tomorrow. At a minimum.
Yeah, I'm comatose intolerant.
Yeah, I don't think that quite hit.
No, I was going for like lactose intolerant.
Yeah. No,
They can't all be winners.
No. Not all of them. Oh, Sasha, you missed it. The other day, my son was telling my dog to calm down at the sight of the snow because it's just isolated water.
Yeah,
Isolated water.
that's good.
Yeah, right?
I like it.
Old man's dad joking already.
He's already dad joking. He must have got that one from Frank.
No. Not at all. Even Frank was like,
did he even realize he made a dad joke?
No. And I just let it go.
You laughed. I know you laughed.
Oh, of course I laughed. It was funny as fuck.
Internally, the dad laugh was strong.
Yeah, no, he was not. He's not wrong. Yeah, it is isolated water. But the joke is just is too good.
Yeah, it was just there.
I'm no notes.
Yeah, no notes.
Off the top of the dome.
Is that coma a lack of crinsolin? Well, when it costs you $3,500 or whatever now,
yeah, that's cheap.
$35 was cheap, Sasha. Just saying. But
3,500 sounds better.
when you're selling, sure. All right, y'all. That's gonna do it for me. I am fucking dead.
Yeah. Right.
Be back Monday for more.
Valorant.
No, actually, I haven't played Valorant in like over a month. I'm sad about it.
I'm sad about it. Until you do.
I'm legitimately sad about it. Anyway, I'll be back Monday for more of that
Callisto Protocol.
Callisto Protocol, and hopefully I finish it Wednesday. If I don't finish it Wednesday, I'm just moving on to Dead Space. Sorry, not sorry.
That's fair.
I'm giving it until next Wednesday to be done with it.
Nice.
Huh?
Huh?
What?
What?
What you said?
I said, not my streamer.
Not your streamer?
Yeah.
His streamer would never.
My streamer would never.
You didn't watch any of the Callisto Protocol. You'd understand. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna stop rambling, and I will see you
Next time.
No, Monday for more Callisto Protocol.
Well, that's your next time.
Yeah, bye, Corinne.
Bye.
Next time doesn't just mean Thursday.
Bye.
Bye now.